mobiriot.
Hey everybody, it's Jake from mobiriot.com, and today we're looking at a very interesting application called Story Chain. Now, Story Chain, if you remember when you were younger or even older, is a program where you can continually add to the story, and different people, whether it's a group of friends or a public stories from around the world, add 1 to 3 lines of text and continually make a story. And if you've ever done this, whether it was in study hall or via email chains, stories tend to take very interesting twists and turns, and it can be a very interesting way to kill some time. So let's take a look at Story Chain. Now, when you start out the program, just gives a basic description. Write short stories with friends and strangers around the world. Add 1 to 3 lines of the stories that is passed from storyteller to storyteller. Then it just says, how you can add to it. And at the end of 200 lines, the story is automatically closed and saved, and then anybody can read it. That's the writer page. You have a bunch of different rooms you can select from: comedy, drama, mystery, action, adventure, romance, and other. If we want to go into comedy, you can hit room, and it shows that you're currently in the room. And then we go to our chain viewer, and we will load stories from room 1, which is comedy. Then you can kind of just go down the list and see what stories are and how many lines of text they have right now. Let's check out I Lost My Frog. And then you can see the story. It starts out, I lost my frog, I think a gerbil ate him. And then somebody enters, my frog is my best friend, we used to hop together. And somebody enters, he taught me how to catch flies with my tongue, which made me popular with the ladies. So, as you can see, stories take very humorous and different twists and turns as different people from around the world continually add to the story you started or someone else started. And it can get very interesting. You can go back to a romance, shows your current room is 5. And then we'll load our stories. For room 5, give it just a moment. Now you can see we're in room 5. And you can scroll down and see what's all going on. A Lawnmower of Desire. It's got 39 entries. Let's take a look at that. And it starts out, Mick, 16, was hired to cut the lawn. Unfortunately, he was saving up money to buy a lawnmower. And it just goes on and on. I'm sure there's going to be some romance involved in here. And people can add what they want. Anytime you have public story writing, of course, you're going to have issues with, perverted people and people trying to swear and things like that. So they do have a ban feature. People start swearing, they do get banned from the system. So you can just enjoy the system without a whole lot of hassle. And it's just a very interesting program. It's called Story Chain. It's pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to go a whole lot more into it. But if you like writing stories and just reading funny stories that groups of people have written, whether groups of friends or different people from around the world, definitely take a look at Story Chain. It's available in the App Store today.
mobiriot.